Hi, it's Andy from Happy Mama Homeschool. Let's see, it's 9:41. The kids are in bed. I got my shower and my clean hair. I took my contacts out and I was like, I have to talk about curriculum. I'm not going to sleep tonight if I don't talk to somebody or myself, which is obviously what I'm doing right now, about curriculum. So I was like, okay, husband, I'm going in the garage. Don't bother me. Because I'm going to be doing video out there. And he says, looking like that? Yeah, looking like this. Because, hello, it's other homeschool moms. They get it. They know what's going on here. So, anyway, here I am in my full glory of 9:42 at night. So, anyway, I have crazy brain over curriculum. And I feel like if I just talk about it, when I say some of these things out loud, it makes me realize that they're not true and that they're just things that I'm telling myself or lying to myself about. And if I say it out loud, then maybe I can listen to myself better. Um, or maybe somebody out there can have some pointers in helping me. But I am having a really hard time choosing my curriculum. So things that we did last year worked really well, and that we're still doing right now. Let's see, it's April. No, it's May. Um, of 2018, and my son is 6, will be going into first grade. And I basically focused on the 3 R's, and I was getting excited about moving into first grade. And I had looked into a literature based history curriculum, um, very expensive, boxed curriculum. I was really excited about it. Um, I have like all of these. I've got the reading and the spelling. Well, then I got to throw in some grammar and, of course, a vocabulary, um, because in my mind, more stuff equals better education. More stuff equals he's learning more. And that's just the way that I am. And I love curriculum. I love um, looking at it in worksheets and workbooks and all that kind of thing. So that's a weakness of mine. And I love researching. I get super OCD about curriculum and reading up on everybody's opinions about everything that I look at. So I had compiled this awesome list on Excel of everything that I was going to get. And it just, as I kept waiting, things kind of were taken off the list, new things were put on. And it just seemed like no matter, I couldn't just stick with one thing. I made basic things, and it was really, really adding up quite fast. And I wasn't going to feel bad about spending the money, still way cheaper than private school. Um, but then I keep seeing the good and the beautiful running around here on YouTube. Every other, if not like almost every single mom that I follow on YouTube has turned to this curriculum, the good and the beautiful. And it's wonderful, and it's excellent, and it's good, and it's beautiful. And I didn't let that bother me at first. I thought, no, I've got my thing figured out. I know exactly what I want. But I kept watching the videos. So now I'm thinking, do I scrap everything that I've worked the last 2 months for and get the good and the beautiful? I don't know. How do I know? I don't know. So I've been kind of going crazy about that. And the more that I'm reading about the good and the beautiful, I am really getting interested in their language arts curriculum, because there's like 4 or 5 curriculums I was going to buy that they put in one. And, I really like the ones that, okay, so we're using All About Reading, and I really like it, and it's working well for my son, but I don't know that something else would work less well for him, because he's really a quick learner and reading has kind of come naturally to him. He's in being a kindergartner right now, he's in level 2, and we actually took a long break in the year and didn't do anything. And he's almost done with level 2. So I don't know that he actually needs all that All About Reading has to offer for him. he may do just as well with the good and the beautiful. So that's kind of where I'm at. And then I was kind of like, okay, well, then I got to actually take a look at, you know, why I'm wanting to buy this other more expensive one. And there would be like hundreds of dollars difference between the two. And you'd think that would be the selling point. But yeah, I'm still having a hard time deciding. I think I'm leaning towards the good and beautiful, especially because of the price. Um, but the other thing that I was thinking is, why do I want this box curriculum so much? And it was mostly, it wasn't for the history portion, it was for the literature portion, which is the read aloud books. And in my mind, if I just read a chapter book to my kids, um, like Charlotte's Web, that's not like part of school. That's not, which it sounds so stupid when I say it out loud. But if I have somebody else who has written down and says, you are reading chapter 1 and chapter 2 of Charlotte's Web, then to me, like, oh, I'm accomplishing some educational work. Like, it's legit if it comes from somebody else saying to do it. But if I just tell myself, yeah, let's read this chapter book and this is part of school, like that just doesn't seem legit. Yeah, I don't know another reason or another word for legit, but it just doesn't seem like it would count like it does if somebody else has put it in there saying that I should do it. And I don't know if that's like a self-confidence thing when it comes to homeschooling, or if it's just that I feel like, I don't know. I don't know what it is. But anyway, I get that way. Like if I create something, it's not as right on as if somebody else had done it and I paid for it and then did it. That seems, eh, I don't know. I'm going off now. But anyway, so that's kind of where I'm at. And it's really hard because their education, my son's education, is riding on my shoulders. And I know he's only in kindergarten, he's only going into first grade. And I actually think that I would even wait on history another year. And they said that on the Good and the Beautiful website to start in second grade. Um, but I've been wanting to homeschool for so long. I wanted to homeschool when I was a kid. I I wanted to homeschool. And ever since my son was born, 6 years ago, I've been reading up on it. And then just to hand it all over to, one curriculum instead of choosing 10, just doesn't feel right. Okay, I feel a little better. If you have any suggestions on how you work through these mental episodes on trying to pick your curriculum, let me know. And I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'm sure I will come back to you sometime soon in the future and tell you what I decided. Thanks, guys.